What stories are you most interested in right now as we're 6 weeks away from training camp?
I think it's interesting that this year we have like DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott, which, I feel like there's like a lot of big name players that still don't have a home. So as we're seeing all these things kind of unfold, that's what I'm looking at, because I'm very curious, especially in the AFC. I just don't know who's going to be good. I mean, I know they're all good there. There's a lot of great quarterbacks, but the NFC, I'm like, well, this seems like if I'd like to win, can I just go to the NFC South? Like, that'd be great. But I'm very curious to see where some of these guys will land.
All right, so DeAndre Hopkins, let's start with him. Visited the Titans, visited the Patriots, left without a deal.
Yeah.
Who does he fit best with? Who can he help most?
Well, obviously, we know Bill O'Brien knows how to use DeAndre Hopkins really well and leverage his skills. I think that because he's got the suspension looming, that maybe there isn't as much of a time crunch as it might seem. I feel like for whatever reason, Tennessee might be out of it. It just feels like he's kind of like, not so much. But to me, it feels like a Patriots move, even though I know that, the odds makers would tell you something different. So they would say Bills or they would say Chiefs. But I think maybe the Patriots' dark horse chance of really nabbing Hopkins.
Okay. I mean, that'd be amazing for Mac Jones. Did you have the analytics on what that would add to his life?
Yeah, well, it's interesting with Mac Jones because Juju Smith-Schuster, obviously going there earlier this offseason, he's had a lot of health concerns. So that was a big jump for Mac Jones, just spreading the offense a little bit, giving him a little bit more space so that Brockman can be happy that the Patriots actually have
doing something.
Do something,
Just
right?
Do something fun and inspiring.
Yeah, so, when I'm looking at that, it's like that creates a lot more space and gives Mac Jones a lot more of an opportunity. But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not sure that Juju Smith-Schuster will stay healthy he hasn't before, so I can see it kind of going south. So DeAndre Hopkins would add such a huge element. Obviously, those contested catches were something that's where he's masterful at. Like, he doesn't need any space to catch a ball, and Mac Jones could really use something like that.
I feel like, to me, it's like the Randy Moss going back in the day for Tom Brady. I mean, they both come in, 3 All-Pros, 5 Pro Bowls, kind of average the same amount of yards per game, and game changers. Yeah, and obviously, totally. Brady and Mac Jones are 2 different quarterbacks, but this could even help Mac more than a Moss helped a Brady.
And the AFC East is a nightmare this season. Like, I think they're all contenders. You could, 1 or 2 injuries here or there could shake up the entire AFC East, which could therefore shake up the entire AFC and change the entire postseason and therefore the Super Bowl. So it's that East. No, thank you. It used to be one where we're like, the East, like the Patriots, just like, foregone conclusion that the Patriots are in the postseason. But now
it's, the East is.
It's a nightmare. It's a total nightmare.
But Cynthia, it's not even just the East now. It's the North.
Correct.
It's the West. It's kind of the South is one of those divisions where, okay, it looks like it's going to be Jacksonville now for a while with Trevor Lawrence kind of ascending, with Doug Peterson, and they're hitting a stride now, getting Calvin Ridley. Travis Etienne has proven to be a pretty formidable back, returning to the lineup last year. It seems like the AFC just itself is stacked. Totally. And where you think if you can withstand and come out of that, you have a very good chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Exactly. But like I said, those injuries, 1 or 2 injuries here or there is going to make such a huge difference in the entire AFC.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay with the AFC. The AFC East. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. What is he bringing to the New York Jets? Are they a Super Bowl contender now?
I mean, you got to say yes. Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVPs just 2 seasons ago, and remember that hand injury last year made things a lot different, and the lack of real passing options for him. You saw him at one point last season, I think it was 10 or 11 games in, he had the highest percentage of passes thrown at or behind the line of scrimmage, which is something we've never seen from Aaron Rodgers prior to last season. So I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers and I'm looking at all the other weapons and how well Joe Douglas has drafted for this team for several years. Zach Wilson maybe could be a little asterisk there. But other than that, I mean, you get the O-Roy and the D-Roy, like you're doing a few things right. And by the way, before his injury, their running back could have also been considered in that same mix of conversation. So I think that absolutely, again, injuries will come down to it. And for me, I'm also looking at their O-line. Is Mekhi Becton going to be on the field. He played 48 snaps in 2 seasons. Left tackle is a really important position that obviously Aaron Rodgers is going to need a little help with. So that really comes down to it. The O-line and their ability to kind of stay healthy and get Aaron Rodgers. It seems like the chemistry is forming, and Aaron Rodgers is participating in, off-season activities more so than we've seen in a lot of years. So they're absolutely, they're in the mix for sure.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.